Do you think Lemon has a camera, or?
I also think Lemon is fully aware that we're live, folks. Hey, welcome. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
Welcome back. Invite. Oh.
Kiss my ass, big boys.
Great way to start. Great way to start. Great way to start.
Yeah, let's slow it down. Okay.
And that was our sponsor from Avino.
All right.
Continue to give.
Let's talk a little bit about what happened last session. Last session. Also, I'm going to be a little stuffed up today because I'm stuffed up. Last session, Yoll had a little encounter with Archon the Cruel, who put aside his last name for a little bit and was willing to speak to you and come to terms with how you're going to go about doing a favor for him in order to get a hold of those big adamantine rods. And that favor is to, well, what Krull said, get him a pure soul. You guys have word that there is a pure soul somewhere in form of a unicorn. And he also gave you some other options that some of you didn't take too kindly to. Then you headed your way out across a bridge that Buru just couldn't help but dance on, back and forth, 1 foot on, 1 foot off. You put your left hand in, you shake it all about.
Played a lot of Fortnite, so.
Yeah. You had a conversation with Shumrath, who is in the pit. He's a bunch of green goo. And from that green goo...
He isn't in the pit. He is the pit.
He is the goo in the pit. It is the pit of Shumrath.
So the pit of Shumrath is not just that. It is the pit belonging to Shumrath. It is a pit that is full of Shumrath.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes.
Shubu
shubu. And then Yoll, having witnessed a crane dipping a cage in and out like a ice cream cone being dipped in chocolate covering, pulled out this alien-looking creature named Baazit, who made you each a homunculus that is now bound to you. They're all fairly ugly. And you took him along for the ride. He's blind. He's been blinded by Shumrath. And he's he's coming with you now. I don't think he's quite in the car. I think there's more conversation that some of you wanted to have, so we can kind of carry on from that point. And I wish you all the best of luck.
Before we start, I just wanted to ask, Frank, is there a way you can be less stuffy? I actually hate this.
Yeah, I can't.
Just stop breathing.
I can't do that.
Hey, maybe another blueberry smoothie will get you right.
No,
there you go.
Make it worse. I'm actually cold right now.
Frank, you should just make tea.
You're cold? You're cold and stuffy? This motherfucker is sick.
You need to skip the dishes.
Frank, you should make tea and make it, put it in a bowl and let the bowl sit under you.
Yeah, and then put some rare beef, some noodles, some lime, some cilantro.
Yeah.
Make it a fun.
Oh, God.
I actually got this Caspian spray off Amazon, and it's like
We didn't
just spray it up your nose. It's like hot sauce.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No,
capsaicin
dude.
spray?
Oh, true.
Yeah, capsaicin spray.
Yeah. I was like, what is capsaicin spray?
What? Yes, I'll have the capsaicin spray.
Capsaicin spray.
Sorry.
For those at home who are unaware, capsaicin is the thing in hot and spicy things that make them spicy.
I'm gonna get some
I thought that was
capsaicin spray
cayenne.
to go with my
Caspian,
fucking chamomile cheese.
Chamomile tea.
All right, let's carry on.
It's only
folks.
40 degrees. Does anybody have any pierogies and cheese soup I could borrow?
Bro, we didn't have cheese soup. You're making that up. We didn't have cheese soup.
You had soup. Don't worry about it. He
No,
drank a bit of
borscht
shit.
with a side of camembert. Extra sour cream.
Okay, you hot nerds. Let's get into the game. Baazit is looking to join you in your vehicle. That is the last little conversation that all of y'all had.
We retrieved the second vehicle, right? believe
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
I don't
And-
remember which one Gantash and I were driving, but I would like to get back in it. I think I was in the Demon Grinder.
That would make sense.
I will join. I will join you.
And as you are all returning to your vehicles, Baazit just kind of feeling his way forward.
I'll go back and. This way,
Sorry, I thought
Baazit.
Baazit was having a conversation.
Wait, no,
I feel like I remember a conversation. It sort of being like mid-conversation when we ended our last
He
session.
He was.
So
I
assumed-
helped him in the car and set him
okay.
down. I remember that
Okay.
because I felt bad.
Was Baazit in your car then?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh yes. I don't want a fucking weirdo in my car.
Oh.
So
Fuck up the upholstery.
in the scavenger, Baazit will find his way to just a comfortable harpoon seat and just sits down, stiff backed, and just kind of staring off into nothingness.
I would like to ask to do something passively for kind of the indefinite future. I
Okay.
would like to just kind of keep an eye out for like stray sheet metal.
Okay.
Because I realize we have a car that's basically totaled,
Uh-huh.
and I mean it's either we fix it or we're just carrying around dead weight. So
You did. I mean, I'm sure you remember, but when I was listening, you did pick up like tools when
I got a
before we found
pickaxe
this guy.
and a shovel,
Oh, okay. They weren't.
I
thought
believe, is it.
Oh, okay.
Is
some
that
reason I thought there was, like, a
correct, Frank?
hammer.
very nice one. They were like
Pickaxe,
metal or something, but they weren't abyssal iron. I
a
don't think.
pickaxe, a crowbar, and a shovel.
Crowbar and a shovel.
The crowbar is what? Yeah. Yeah. Pickaxe, crowbar. shovel.
Crowbar is relevant.
Okay.
Excuse
So,
me. Sorry.
Baazit sits down in the scavenger in a harpoon seat again, looking a little stiff, but
He's like, this feels right. What does this button do?
thank you for taking me with you. And he's still speaking in everyone's mind, so you all hear that clear as day.
We can speak back in his mind too. Is that how that's worked?
100%.
Sorry,
It's
I
all
forgot.
telepathic.
Okay.
He doesn't have a mouth.
That answers that question for you, Silas.
What?
Carry on.
Oh, I get it. Like, can you get head from the alien?
Oh boy.
We're
Okay.
off the rails, man.
It takes a little while to get into it with this group.
We're never on him, baby.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look at that. You're on top of a pit fiend.
I'm spiraling physically and emotionally, so this is gonna be fucking wild. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where would you like to go? What would you like to do? Would you like to continue the conversation? And also, what are you guys doing with your homunculi?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna seat it somewhere in the vehicle.
Okay.
My vehicle with Yoll.
Okay.
I'd like to have a conversation with it.
With your homunculus?
Yes.
Okay. And so it just kind of, the trunk on your homunculus is a little off center. The two eyes
I
are
kind of
kind of,
regret doing the whole elephant thing.
it's like kind of just dangling off to the side of the face, and the one eye is a little gangly. What would you like to talk to it about?
Do you have a name, homunculus?
You could just tell me one.
But do you have one?
Not until you say so. And it's
Okay.
his eyes starts like drooping down his face. It just snorts it back into place.
Hate that. Okay, well, we'll come up with a good name for you in due time.
Okay. And it just trunk just snots out down its side.
As Gantash places his in a seat, he just again like looks at it for a quick second, and then he looks up. I'm so sorry, Tom. Just nods his head and walks away to a chair. Like, doesn't even acknowledge the homunculus. He just says that, walks to a chair and sits.
And the two eyes on the end of the middle finger just remain staring up where you were staring and does not look back. Anyone else?
Honestly, I'm just gonna get into my car. If it follows me, it follows me.
It does. It seems keen on keeping within a 3 to 5 foot distance.
These things are made out of Shumrath, right?
Correct. But they've been magically formed and
No, I understand.
more solidified.
And Shumrath was a pit fiend.
Correct.
Just
Now
so
it's
everybody's
just a
caught up,
pit.
which is a devil.
Yeah. Big
It's
devil.
just a pit.
Okay. You have been seated in your vehicles. Just to be clear, who's driving on the other vehicle? On the scavenger?
Silas is.
Yeah. Me.
Okay. And are you on the crane or on a harpoon?
I am in between. I'm sitting with Baazit, so I'm just right next to him, I guess. Is there like a passenger seat? There has to be.
In your vehicle, there is literally just 4 seats, 2 harpoon, 1 crane, 1 driver.
I'll sit in a crane spot.
In the crane? Okay. You're still within talking distance. It's not a huge vehicle, so. Okay. And Yoll, you're driving your vehicle? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Engine still revving here. Where would you like to go?
I mean, I think we have to keep going south, no?
Yes.
Where we? Sorry, out of character. Where did we say we were headed? I forget that.
Gonna check out the unicorn and then head to Elanthius. We're not gonna like do anything at the unicorn. We're just gonna have a look, and then we're gonna go to
Okay.
Elanthius.
Okay.
We might
least-
do something at the unicorn.
That's what I thought.
That's okay. I'll still follow your lead, your guys' lead. It's like before.
Pedal to the metal then. Heading south. In the
Straight
general direction of
Unicorn spot.
unicorn.
Okay. So a little southeast, according to your map.
Little ceased.
Okay. Okay. So can I have my 2 drivers, please? You are going to be rolling me each a d10.
2 and
Oh.
2 and tree. 2 and tree. 2 tree. 2 tree.
2 and 3. Okay.
Reminder, I am consistently looking out for sheet metal.
Yes, you are.
Through our entire drive.
Okay.
If you must know, my passive perception is 15.
Okay. That is good to know. Okay. As you start making your way across the landscape, the landmarks that you see around you primarily consist of the bridge the bridge and crane behind you. There are rolling hills that start over time growing into more kind of mountainous. You are able to traverse them relatively easily. And it gives you kind of a higher ground look into the landscape of Avernus. At one point, you're sure you can see far off into the east the floating island of Elturel. You can't quite be sure that that's the case, but as your imagination kind of plays on, it's really the only thing you can picture being out that way anymore.
I understand these machines are loud, but presumably I can still like talk to the people in my car.
100%.
Gantash, would you mark that on the map? Just estimate. I feel like, just given the scape of this place, it might be helpful to have some reference points.
Mark Elturel.
Yeah.
And I'll take out the map and I just roughly jot it down.
Estimate our location, estimate its location, sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you like me to put this?
I mean, I can, like, I don't know how you want me to guess.
Put your mouse.
No, I don't know how you want my character to guess how far it is.
Basically, what you see is, it's almost like if you saw, think like middle of the night, starry sky, and you see like a black, just something in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And you see just kind of like, it's clearly something's dangling from it.
It's a UFO!
And it is many, many miles away. Incredibly difficult to gauge. So I'll let you pick where I put this thing. And it's to your east.
Dangling,
Well,
eh?
Can I just roll for it based on Gantash's?
To be clear, you can also just say no.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a point of reference, like, that's totally fine.
I mean, I don't. I don't have a point of reference.
Well, your point of reference is that it's east of where you are now.
And we are just south of Shumrath.
Correct.
This is Gunk.
Your characters are actually in a pretty good position. Here, I'll
I'm
get you.
just gonna leave it there.
Right there?
I rolled for it. Leave it
Okay.
there.
All right. Okay. Again, the landscape carries on. You're getting into these kind of mountain ranges now. And as you're traveling along, the paths that you're able to get your vehicles through are starting to get a little bit less optimal, and your selection is dwindling. It's no longer a plain and open landscape. At one point, you see, as you crest over one of these mountains, following this clearly carved out path along the side of one of these mountains, as you crest over, you can see probably a kilometer to the southeast basically like an oval structure that seems to be defying gravity, as the thing that is kind of holding it up is very similar looking to the chains that were holding on to Elturel. And it's just one singular oval structure with a chain dangling straight down, and the chain is taut. So it's almost like it's holding it like a balloon filled with helium, keeping it bound to the ground. At this, I'd like everybody to make a perception check as you see this thing.
Nice.
Oops.
21.
I got that too.
21. So the two on the demon grinder, you notice two particular things about this structure. Number one, you can see that there's something flying around it. In fact, there's a couple of things flying around it. The other is you are certain that you can see some sort of feathered wing plastered to the outside of this structure. And I mean plastered, like it's almost like it's been kind of glued there, just peeking out from the left side of it.
You said multiple flying creatures around the...
Yes. Hard to spot.
All right. Did you say how high in the air this is?
Well, it is, so you're on top of the mountain, so you're actually almost level with it. So you're about 300 feet up.
Okay. And how far from us is it?
It's about 1 kilometer southeast.
Okay. So I should be able to see, I mean, some pretty discerning detail.
Yep.
Can I identify the things flying around?
Yeah, that's right. You can. They look familiar to you. You've seen them before at Haruman's Hill. It is
Oh god.
wasps.
Oh. Can I make out any detail in the wing that I see?
It is certainly feathered, and it is large. It's a large wing, and it is just peeking out. It looks like about 2 feet of it is peeking out, and the coloration is like kind of like a golden brown color.
Oh, so it looks like something inside is like encased inside.
It's like encased on the outside. So the structure itself is about 100 feet tall. You'll see about 2 feet of this wing. It's been like plastered to the outside of it.
Okay. Have you ever seen a wing like this before, Gantash?
Look familiar to me?
Yeah, actually, you specifically. That looks like it could be an angel's wing.
I'd have to get a closer look, Yoll, but it does look quite like an angel.
Is that the companion?
Wouldn't the angel in the companion be in the companion?
Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but if we can only see 2 feet of a wing, then presumably whatever is attached to that wing is inside of whatever this thing is.
Not necessarily. So
Be on the
again,
other side?
what you could see
Like,
is
we need to see
it's
the
like
other side of the building.
it's like plastered to the outside. Like the rest of it is like covered in the outside material of the structure. So it's not like pointed directly out. It's kind of like on an angle, I guess.
I
should say.
understand. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. Okay. So it's like an outside coating, not a...
Yes.
Okay.
What a wing and a miss.
Do
Sorry,
I-
disregard.
Do I have like a... I have like a general understanding of how big angels could be?
Yeah. I mean, to put in perspective, Zariel is kind of like physically, I guess, one of the smaller ones. More human size, maybe stands about 6'4". But some angels can get absolutely massive. Like you could envision, for example, the companion being totally filled with just one angel. Like it would be cramped for that one angel to be in there.
Interesting. I'm just trying to get like a better understanding of this wing. Like, does this wing look like the angels, like a giant angel, large angel, a medium angel?
Like an average size. Again, you're only seeing the end of it. You're only seeing like the end 2 feet of it.
Aside from the chain, can I make out any details as to what the thing is made of? Like, is it earth? Is it rock? Is it dust? Is it fucking spiders' webs? Like,
now that
the
you
chain
kind
is
of
taut, so whatever it is has some buoyancy.
Yeah, so now that you've kind of identified what's flying around, like it's these hornets. I mean, you've seen hornets' nests before. This just seems like a bit of an uglier looking hornet's nest. So it's probably some sort of mixture that they've, chewed up some sort of material and just laid it and packed it onto the outside.
So it's like bee paper mache.
Yes. Bee mash.
Baber mache.
We're really trying on these puns, guys. We're really trying hard.
Inject me with ground beef when it's over.
What would you like to do?
I think we're still driving. We're just talking while we're driving. I don't think we.
Yeah, I'll say you start descending the mountain. So you're still on that side of the mountain, though. Like you're on its side of this range. And it seems as though as you're kind of crawling through, you're going to dip down into another kind of valley of these mountains. So it will likely go out of sight. And then you'll be peaking, but the mountains actually seem to be getting a little bit more spared and parsed out. And they seem to be shrinking in size.
Dash, you're not gonna let us just drive past an angel, are you? Feels like we have to do something.
I can't imagine it's still alive.
An angel has survived inside the companion for so long.
Yes, but that's a cell. That looks like a buffet.
I mean, Gantash hasn't seen the bees, but he hasn't identified the bees.
That looks more like a buffet.
Okay, fine. We'll leave it. There's nothing to be done. There's nothing to be done.
We have to pick our battles.
Out of character, I know that they know what it is based on the perception, but what about us?
Yeah, so coming off of that big mountain that you were just on, you clearly saw that it's this big balloon-looking thing with a chain dangling from it, taut to the ground. Then you descend the hill. You see maybe some movement around it. Don't really see something flying around it. So you descend, you get down to the bottom of this mountain. It kind of goes out of sight. As you crest forward over the next mountain, it's a little bit shorter. But when you get closer, you can see something buzzing around. Fucking drop that mic. But it stayed plugged in. You can see something flying around. You can get a little bit more detail on the outside. I'll say that you probably still, with that perception check, you probably still can't make out that there's like a wing in there. But you get a little bit closer, you see things flying around. And given the fact that, and again, I'm making an assumption based on how you guys have driven in the past, the pathways that you're traveling right now, it's really only one vehicle at a time. It's not this big open landscape where you can drive side by side. And you've pretty much always had the demon grinder in front. So I'm just going based off of that assumption that they're going in front. The path that they're taking is leaving this thing to the southeast. They're just going straight. But you will, as you get closer and as the mountains kind of pass, you'll see a little bit more detail. Basically, I'll say once you clear the mountain range, you get within about a half a kilometer of it. You've closed the southern gap, and it's just straight east of you. And you can see that they are wasps.
You see that, Silas? I don't like bees. But what do you think they're doing? Is that like a nest? Silas?
It looks, it. I mean, it looks like their hive. From what I can see, right? You said it was like a big balloon, like it looks like a beehive. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like their hive.
I guess best to stay away.
Think to Baazit. Baazit, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I'm picking you up. Still got good reception.
You know about the
What's
bees.
reception?
You know about the bees. It's plain.
Oh. The hell wasps. They have a particular taste for celestials. Yeah, angels. Anything from up there.
We're passing by one of the... I don't know if there's more, but... one of the... nests, I presume. There's an angel wing sticking out of the nest. I presume the angel has been eaten. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, Yep. Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Just wanted to confirm. We're not going there, so don't worry.
I mean, if you want.
What do you mean?
I don't care. I'm just happy to be in the car.
Oh, I thought you were going to imply like they would not attack us.
Oh no, they definitely try to kill you. And me.
Not a place we're going to visit.
Okie dokie, Smokey. By the way, I never really asked, but where are we going?
The unicorn.
Can't say I know what that is. Or rather, where that is. I know what a unicorn is.
I believe some of the citizens of this plane call it the Zappa.
Oh, yeah. Hey, can you do me a favor then? Can you just, maybe not park super close to it? Or maybe let me out before you get too close to it?
I think we're just driving by, trying to see the unicorn and evaluate the situation. We might need to rescue it.
Well, I'm gonna need you to keep me a certain distance away from it.
You don't want to get zapped?
Yeah, it'll kill me instantly.
Duly noted. But truly headed towards Atlantheus.
Can't say I know who that is either.
I'm sure you'll be fascinated to speak with him.
I'm gonna take your word for it. Thanks again for taking me on the ride.
Can't
problem,
leave a
Baazit.
blind man all by himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys are nice. I probably would have left me if I'm being honest.
Me too.
Oh, everybody's kind of chiming in here.
I only chimed in because Buru chimed in. Sorry, private conversation, as you were.
No, I can't really choose.
These are public frequencies, man. Like, you can't.
I know. I've been once I get my sight back, I'll be able to pick who this goes to.
It's like getting mad at someone for eavesdropping while you're whispering in their ear.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I'm just happy to be on the ride. Thanks, guys.
I'm just disappointed.
Okay. So you guys are leaving it be? No pun intended.
Against my better judgment, yes.
That's a tough one.
Well,
We'll
now
pass it
you
again, I'm
heard
sure.
part of that conversation with Baazit, so
Yeah. What? Sorry. You said the unicorn's gonna kill you?
Well, the unicorn itself probably wouldn't kill me, but the way they've got that thing rigged up, it will definitely kill me.
Okay. You seem to know more than you're letting on.
Yeah,
Please divulge some fucking information.
it's coming back to me now. Just don't. It's just gonna kill me. That's what I know. It'll kill me. The way they've got that thing all rigged up.
And
Yeah.
how is it all rigged up?
Like trapped. Power being harnessed through. Think of like a big cannon that specifically kills fiends, except for devils.
Just
it-
fiends.
Devil-proof fiend gun
Yeah.
fueled by unicorn tears.
Just the whole unicorn, not the tears.
Forget.
Have you
Like the
been near the Zapper?
no,
I've only heard
no.
of it.
I've heard stories from some that got away. We lost some good fiends to that thing.
And you said it targets fiends. You imagine it'll have a taste for mortals?
Nope. You should be fine.
Interesting.
I always wanted to be electrocuted.
I don't. Hey, Baazit, can you ask them if you can join their vehicle?
Okay. Can I switch rides?
As it's currently mobile.
Yeah, how far can you jump?
You stopped to get me. And if you're in a rush, that's fine. I'll stay here. Sorry, they said no.
Wait, somebody asked you?
This is look.
Oh, he
They
can't
want
see.
me-
He can't see.
The one on this ride wanted me to switch to that ride.
Which one? Tell me.
The one with the deeper
Silas.
voice.
Silas did.
Yeah,
My name's Silas.
Yeah, Silas, the one with the deep voice.
Always causing trouble.
Wait, hold up. Silas? And deep voice?
Yeah, that's what. That's
Can I make some sort of check to figure out whether Yoll is intelligent enough to realize that that is not correct?
yeah. Just give me a straight intelligence check.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, Silas went through puberty not that long ago. I'm sure
Oh my
it's.
god.
Fucking.
All right, moving
That
on.
boy is always making things difficult for no reason.
Absolutely.
So, I'm gonna ask him a question while this is going on too.
Okay.
Why does it only target your kind?
Well, not just my kind. It targets the demons too.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, that's how they've got it rigged up. I'm sure it helps to prevent invading forces, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, yeah, weren't you effectively a mercenary conscripted to fight with the demons against devils?
Yeah. Yeah. And even the ones that were conscripted to fight with the devils are still subject to that thing's wrath, so it's it does not discriminate other than devils and mortals and
It doesn't
basically.
discriminate except for the discrimination that it does.
Yeah, except for all of that. Yeah. Just fiends.
It's a gun that only targets fiends, but only specific fiends, but it doesn't discriminate.
Yeah. There's actually, in fact, it discriminates more than it doesn't. You got a good point.
You said you have attempted, or at least your kind have attempted to infiltrate it before.
No, we just kind of walked past it and it killed a bunch of us. Is what I gather.
That's a drag.
Yeah,
The
it's.
fuck you
it's
doing walking down here for?
I mean, it's pretty strategically located, if I'm being honest.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there's a gateway down there, and it's pretty close to the gateway. So if you don't know it's there, you're gonna get pretty.
An abyssal gateway?
Yeah, I suppose you could call it that. It's a
Like a
gateway.
gateway to the abyss that demons can come through?
Yeah,
So an
and
abyssal gateway.
and other places though can use it.
So the gateway doesn't discriminate.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Thank you, Baazit.
Yeah, that is actually helpful. I'm impressed. Now, if only Silas would stop fooling around and getting him to switch cars.
Yeah, sorry, Baazit. That was a dirty, mean joke.
I don't even know if I understand.
It's
But thank you.
poor taste, mortal humor.
Well, I appreciate it. Can I have the 2 on the scavenger give me an intelligence check as well?
I don't know which car I'm on.
You're on a
that's
Demon
us.
Grinder.
The scavenger is Silas and Buru.
You want us to give a what?
Intelligence check.
Wow.
Okay.
I had a +5 too.
Okay, carrying on. So you guys have opted to bypass the nest, and you continue driving along. Now, I will say at this point, I probably should have been upkeeping you guys on this. To get to the point that you're at now, about 3 hours has passed. You guys are kind of used to this long, drawn out driving process. You're also used to it going much quicker than you anticipate. This particular drive seems to really be a slog, and you're starting to gather that there are ways to discern whether it's going quickly or whether it's going slowly. And right now, what you're noticing is some of the landmarks that you're passing, or some that you see in front of you or behind you, are really, really not getting past you as quickly as they should. So you going through these mountains, even, like, you suspect that getting through that entire range maybe should have taken about a half an hour, and it was about an hour and a half of your drive. But you carry on.
Sorry, I have a question, a logistics question about the vehicle.
Sure.
I know that this vehicle currently has soul coin fuel in it.
Yes.
Is it just always being used? Like, can you actively choose which fuel to use, or is it just
it's a
You press
pretty
the pedal and it goes and does what it does.
it's a pretty rudimentary system, and I will say, I guess this was an assumption that I made. I apologize, but I will say that you're kind of letting off the gas in order to.
The idea would be to keep sort of in line with, in stride with scavenger.
Yeah, so you're not flooring it, but they are. You're going about 75% on the gas.
But is my shit still spewing purple gunk?
Yep.
Okay.
Purple and green. So you guys carry on through the paths, and more and more frequently you guys are coming across just various sights of devils. You see a pack of imps just kind of like muddling around in the air. It looks like they're kind of almost like they're just sitting on a couch. There's like 6 of them just kind of lounged back just in the middle of the air, just kind of chilling. They kind of notice you go by in the distance, and they just don't really seem to pay you any mind. And as you're carrying on even further, you start actually seeing sites of battle, both previous and current. So you see corpses of large and small demons and devils just strewn about. Some of them just dried up, old, baked by the Avernus just landscape. And you see within hundreds of feet of you active warring going on. You see clumps and clusters, 5 devils fighting 7 demons, various just packs of warring happening. And if nobody cares to do anything with that, then you guys continue kind of rolling through the landscape. And I will say another 5 hours passes. So you've been on the road now for about 8 hours.
Out of character, the people who aren't driving, is this technically a short rest moment?
Yeah, you can have a short rest.
If they need it. I don't know if they do.
Yeah.
Do I get
People
hit
that aren't
die?
driving though, right?
If you're
You
not
use hit die,
driving.
but you don't replenish it.
No.
Yeah,
Hit
if
die
you're,
are only replenished on the long rest, and it's half your
Yeah.
Alright.
max.
Actually, I need to read something then on my class.
I thought
So,
I would
yeah.
just ask.
No, that's a great question. So if you're not driving, you technically can have a long rest. Or sorry, a short rest, not a long rest.
That's it.
Okay. So you guys continue rolling through the landscape. So far, no sign of this zapper that you've been kind of keeping an eye out for. A couple more hours roll by, and both of your vehicles start kind of sputtering down. And you're hearing it kind of just chunk through the remainder of the fuel that was added to it. Now, the demon grinder, you can still hear this happening because you guys kind of added your fuel around the same time, but the soul coin was put in not that long ago. So the soul coin fuel still carries on, but your demonicker is starting to sputter off. The scavenger, you only have demonicker, and you can feel it starting to sputter down.
I have 2 vials of demonicker, so I'm just gonna, I mean, presumably I can tell, like, oh yeah, the engine is dying.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
just gonna
Yeah.
top up the engine with a vial of vicar.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you're in the demon grinder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has just occurred to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll say this to Gantash. We're low on fuel. We did just see a number of demons. I'm not exactly interested in getting involved in that, but I mean, we're in an active war zone. We might have to get creative with our scavenging techniques.
Perfectly fine. You feel is best.
Well, I think what's best is probably for us to keep moving as long as possible, and we're running out of juice.
You have more?
After the one I've just put in the engine, I only have one more.
That's what?
And I don't know if they have any, and I guess I'll like turn around and I'll despite having filled the engine, I'm gonna come to a stop and like beckon the other car over. We need a little conversation. If this is like a relatively safe place to pull over.
Yeah, I'll say you guys are cruising along, so you can find a spot. You can still see fighting within maybe 600 feet of you, but this is about the clearest spot you're gonna get.
Pull up right beside you.
How much fuel do you have left?
Well, it sounded like not too much. I don't have any more. Huh?
Nothing in your pockets?
I have a soul coin left.
We have 3 total together. I have 2. He has 1. We have 3
you
soul
have no
coins, no
ichor.
blood. No.
I have no ichor.
I will hand, I guess, Silas, because Buru. Whoever's driving.
I am. Yeah.
I will hand Silas my last vial of demon ichor.
Wasn't there like just a bunch of dead demons? Should I just pick one up with the crane? Just
A lot of the ones that you saw were kind of like crusted up and like just baked into the landscape.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
was thinking
fighting
about that too, but
the fighting that you're seeing now, so it's almost like you've entered a battlefield, and like the outskirts of it was like the old dead, like just kind of like rotted down corpses. The active like if you're looking for something fresh, you're likely looking for something that's being killed like right now, and so there's going to be fighting going on around it.
We could drive in and pick one up, and then drive back here.
oh my god, I'm trying to look
And
at the.
we'll have enough blood for the remainder of our stay, potentially.
I mean, we
Grappling
could.
claw.
The issue being, that's a war zone.
But we have a vehicle.
And what's the status of our vehicle? It's not doing great.
Well, we
Silas
can
can just summon one and we just take its blood.
That's actually not the worst idea you've ever had.
But we should find, like the cage Baazit was in. Something like that.
Or we kill a demon and harvest the ichor.
That thing was not easy to kill.
I would also like to point out that I refuse to use soul coins to power our vehicles. So. Must
Alright, I
be.
guess we're just gonna stay here.
No, I've given you a vial of demon ichor for your vehicle. So you have some. Our vehicle has some. We
need
need more.
We need a way to subdue the demon.
We
If
just need to kill it.
Silas, hold on. If Silas can actually keep control, then maybe Buru's demon summoning idea isn't the worst.
Silas, do you think your demon would hurt itself?
I don't think so, no.
Are you okay
Can
with
you
this
subdue
idea?
the demon?
I have to try and get it to follow my commands. And if I fail, it'll run rampant. But it hasn't failed yet.
You just need to concentrate.
It hasn't. Do you remember
Well,
what happened?
I'm just gonna pause for 1 second. The closest fighting to you guys was about 600 feet away. A couple of you, because you're just kind of standing around talking to each other, a couple of you notice that some of the packs of fighting, it's like dying down a little bit, and it looks like, you know, the victors are kind of claiming their individual pockets of fighting. And two of these pockets, it looks like, from what you can see, there are dead devils on the ground. Bearded devil, thorny devil. And the demons start noticing that you're there. You've got these big vehicles, one of them still spouting. The other one has actually puttered down and actually just totally fried out. And they start making their way towards you from about 600 feet away.
And what
How many?
direction?
You have one group coming from, let's call it your 6 o'clock, so directly behind from where you were, and one of them coming from about 11 o'clock. Almost a full pinch, but one's at about a bit of an angle.
And like Lemon said, how many?
The ones coming from your 6, there's 5 of them, and they're kind of various makes. There are 2 of them that look quite small, 2 of them that look like basically human size, like average, like human size, and one of them looks quite large. The other group, to your 11, there are just 3. 2 of them are quite large, and one of them looks about human sized.
Baazit, you wouldn't stab us in the back, right? If other demons were around.
I just have to remind you, I'm not actually a demon.
But
There's
your
distinction.
allegiance.
Well,
He's a mercenary. Buru.
that's gonna change my if you my it's not really a contract, but my contract is up if that.
Okay.
We don't talk about contracts here. We've kind of had enough of that talk.
The 3 in total, 1 from your 6, 2 from your 11, larger creatures, as you have this brief conversation and look back, have seemed to not be with the group anymore. But the rest of the group is still coming towards you.
What do you mean not
Okay.
with the group?
Like they're just not there.
They've disappeared or they've just stopped?
No, they've disappeared. They're not there.
That ain't a good sign.
I think it's time to move.
I think everybody get in the demon grinder.
Leave the scavenger?
For now. I have an idea. Do you trust me?
Alright. I'm gonna pick up Baazit.
While this is going on, can I like survey 360 while holding the thumb?
Okay. So again, you grab onto this thumb. This kind of dark weight covers your shoulders, and you can feel this like chill up your back as you just turn your head, and you can see the outline of just basically the knee of this creature is at your head level. And you look around and you see the same thing, only your vision is blocked where this creature stands.
Wait, what?
Where Baphomet is standing, you can't like see through him.
Can I look around him?
Yeah. And it's the same type of kind of planescape that you were just looking at before.
Okay. I'll let go of the thumb.
Okay. They've closed the gap now. They're floating about 300 feet.
I'm hopping in the other vehicle.
You guys trust me or not?
Yep. And I already
Someone
at
get
this
in the
point,
claws.
I already picked up Baazit. Moved him over.
I'll get in the claws.
Gantash?
I'll get in a harpoon seat.
I'm going to have my shield ready. and ready in action to, like, I guess deflect or block.
Like if an attack comes in.
Like
Hold on to your
harpoon or
butts.
Okay.
And I'm going to floor it as fast as the vehicle will go towards this group of two.
Towards the group of two. So behind you, basically. Behind where your vehicles were.
Yes. The other one was a group of 5, correct? 5, 2 big ones, 3 small ones?
So to kind of reiterate what you guys were looking at, there was 2 small ones. So behind you there was, sorry, fuck, I'm getting all twisted now. There was 2 small ones, 2 humanoid ones, 1 big one, which is now gone. So 4 behind you.
Okay.
From what you can see. And in front of you there was 2 big ones, 1 human one, which now just looks like 1 human one.
Oh. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, well, we'll floor towards the 1 human one, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So, just give me half a second. Let me get your vehicle out here. Just I need to put you somewhere else because I have a feeling you're gonna do some wild stuff right about now.
I wouldn't worry about it.
No? Okay.
The real wild stuff is what my camera is doing. Why is it changing my white balance every 3 seconds?
So Yoll, you're driving?
Yeah.
So give me the rundown one more time. So Yoll's driving. Tell me who else is where.
I'm in the claw.
You're in the claw.
You're in the jaws.
The jaws, yeah.
Okay. Gantash,
I'm in the harpoon seat.
harpoon, Buru.
So there's 2 harpoon seats, a claw seat, driver's seat. What else?
And then there's 4 passenger seats that are just idle in the center.
I'm just in the center. I put Baz in a harpoon seat.
Okay, so Baazit.
That's probably a bad idea, to be honest, but we'll see.
And you're just chilling. Okay. Okay. So you drive forward, and as you get closer, you can see that the creature in front of you is definitely human-sized, but it is much more goat-like in form. So it's standing upright on 2 legs that are bent backwards like a goat's, but it's got human arms, long nails, and goat ears. And you can see as you drive even closer, it's just covered in like blisters and boils. And it seems intent at just running directly at you. Like it is just savage look on its face, ready to engage you. What would you like to do?
I'm not veering.
You're just going straight at it?
You want to play chicken? I never lose.
I'll prepare the claw to like try and grab one.
Okay. At this, I'm gonna have
the
everybody...
demon grinder, so it should be able to grind some demons.
Okay. I'm gonna have everybody roll some initiative right now. Yep.
Oh hell yeah, 21 baby.
I have advantage on my initiative rolls, but that doesn't let me roll it twice ever. It's so annoying. Hold on. Oh, okay, 13.
Okay. All right. So, you guys drive forward, and I'll say that you can just kind of take your action first. So I'll have you go ahead and drive straight at this thing. You can use your action to dash, but it looks like from this distance you actually don't need to. So you can reserve that action if you'd like.
Yeah, sorry. Can I just need to pull up the character sheets of the vehicles. I know we pinned them somewhere, but things are stored in inconsistent locations, so I don't actually remember where they're pinned.
So going straight, you can get to him in 85 feet.
Tormentor, Scavenger. Okay, so I don't actually have the character sheet for the Demon Grinder. I only have the Tormentor and the Scavenger.
Okay.
So I don't know what I can do with it.
Oh, with the Demon Grinder, sorry. Let me see here. Hope I can get a good version of this really quickly. Oh, why do you not? Why didn't I? I'm gonna have to pull it from the book. Just give me half a second.
Sure.
Sorry, guys. From the driver's seat, by the way, I'm pretty sure it's just controls.
Yeah, it's just about knowing what I can, like, prepare, if anything, or...
Okay, driver's seat. Yeah, so you can drive it, steer it, and you can use a dash action.
Can I... Since dash is an action, can I prepare that action?
In what scenario?
If the biggins that just disappeared out of nowhere, like, Yoll's not exactly a scholar, but he's not a fucking dumbass, knows that they didn't just disappear into nothingness, they're probably somewhere.
Okay.
If the biggins happen to, like, still be there, or, like, show up and try and get us, I'd just like to dash in the opposite direction to maneuver, a high-speed maneuver.
Sure. Okay, fair enough. So yep, you can do that. So you're driving straight at this thing then?
Yeah, everyone said they trusted me, so they can't get mad at me for doing it.
Okay. So when you get to within about 30 feet of this thing, it just kind of lifts off the ground and gets launched into the air at your vehicle. Doesn't look like it jumped or anything. It just kind of like up and like lunged forward. And it is lunging forward towards your vehicle. And it looks like its trajectory is going to land somewhere in the center of the vehicle.
Can I do a wheelie?
No, you cannot. This thing weighs 12,000 pounds, so no, you cannot.
I'm just asking. Listen, my job here is to ask the questions.
Is it going to dodge the claws in front of the vehicle?
Yeah, it's going up over top, and it's going to be lobbed into the center of the vehicle. So at this, I will say that combat will be commencing here. And I will start by saying that he does, in fact, land in the middle of the vehicle at this point. Buru, it is your turn to act.
Wait, don't I had my you have to give me something here. I have my shield ready to I want to deflect it off the vehicle with my
So you
shield.
want to just block? Okay. So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Go bumper cars.
So can we get a little bit of combat music?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was working on it. 'Cause I
dexterity
heard the
saving
ambience.
throw.
I was enough. Yeah.
And you're looking to deflect it off the vehicle.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I'll say that he comes kind of like launching in, and you just hear this like nasty like hissing sound as he lands onto your shield, and you just power through and bounce him off. He's not a very big creature, and he just kind of tumbles off to the side across the landscape a little bit. Okay. As you kind of continue your momentum forward, you can feel, all of you, the chassis of the vehicle just kind of lurch to the right. And it doesn't seem to pick all the way back up. So it's like the axle has just kind of been compressed on the right-hand side as you continue driving forward, and this goat creature has just been tumbled off the right side of your vehicle.
Did it lurch to the right because of the goat creature? Or is
Could
that
be.
because something boarded just stepped up while we're going 140 kilometers an hour?
It could be.
Actually, that's a
Okay.
great question. Do they use kilometers or miles in Avernus?
Well, I think Lemon actually did the math.
I don't know. I didn't do the math. I don't do math.
Lemon doing the math?
Yeah, I don't do math at all.
Our Lemon?
I failed math in school, okay?
Same guy?
So okay. So fucking goddamn it! I keep. So Silas, your action is next. I'll say that you guys have traveled forward a little bit here with the momentum. This is what you're dealing with. This is the situation you're looking at.
I mean, I prepared an action to pick one up with the claws.
Okay.
And yeah.
Jaws.
What?
Okay.
Jaws.
Jaws, sorry. Yeah. Oh, that was me. I don't know. Do I notice anything about the?
You definitely notice that it's kind of tilted. Something's tilting the vehicle right now.
Can I investigate? Like, is it like a shock that's broken, or, do I notice anything?
Sure. Give me
Imagine
an
these
investigation
shocks.
check.
The shock break?
You kind of look behind you. It does seem as though you've definitely tilted. Like you kind of like do a quick peek to either side. You can see that the wheels on the left side are clearly more distant from the chassis of the vehicle, whereas the other one's kind of compressed in. But you don't see anything that looks broken.
I'll just keep reading my action then.
Your action to claw, or
To grab
claw?
one.
Okay.
To grab one, whatever we run into first. Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Gantash.
Can I make a shot with the harpoon at the thing that flew off the vehicle?
100%.
I'm just looking up the.
It's the same as the other one. The harpoons are the same.
I'm just looking up the. What's the roll to hit? +7 to hit. Okay. A 13 to hit.
13. 13. You fire it off, and you can see it kind of just almost. You think it may have nicked it on the thigh, but it just plants itself into the ground.
Okay. Well, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up is going to be Baazit, who he just kind of like, oh, I think we're fighting, and he just like, and you see these like kind of sparks happening as he's just moving his hands around in front of him, and like 100 feet to the, I'll say to the left of your vehicle, you just see this portal open up, and then just vanish as you drive forward. And that's going to be it for Baazit. Next up is Yoll.
I guess I'm just gonna turn the car around and try and square us up with our goat friend.
Okay. Okay. I'll say you can make another pass at him, actually. You can...
Yeah, get at him.
Okay. So for here, so you drive up. This time he does not go forward. He just kind of is on the ground, and he attempts to like make his way out of the way. But go ahead and we'll start with however you guys decide to do this. You can do the wheels, or you can do the teeth.
Well, I mean, I think the teeth would get it first.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lemon,
Mhm.
roll a. You're gonna roll the hit, and you're gonna have a +9.
Okay. Oh, let's see. 15.
So 15. That'll hit. So you're gonna roll the damage that you'll be rolling on your chompers is 6d6 plus 4.
6d6, eh?
Yep,
That's a lot of d6.
6d6 plus 4. So
27.
27. Okay, so you.
Lemon, you know you can add the
Oh, no.
additives to the formula, eh?
Okay. I'll do that in the future. I did not know that.
You can. Just no spaces between any of the characters.
Okay.
Okay, and then the dexterity saving throw for the wheels. He passes. So you chomp onto him, and then as the jaws reopen, he just kind of flies over the top of the vehicle.
Wait,
as he
it doesn't-
pushes himself off.
It doesn't hold him? I thought it would be like a cage. I was like hoping to like capture him.
That is not how the
That's the word.
chompers work. It's just
Okay.
it's just kind of like a crunch through, and then he goes out.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he launches over the top. At this,
Do I have enough movement to turn the car back around? Like, I don't think I used that much.
you do. So
Turned
I'll
the
say
car
that.
around, moved 40 feet or something like that.
Yeah, I'll say that like it's gonna be like an arcing kind of thing. So you'll like kind of carry your way up, and then I'll say you can get kind of back at like this angle.
I just want to be facing the thing.
Yeah. So next is going to be its turn, the thing you've been dealing with, which everybody's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
$19.
Oops, did I do that right? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did it right. Just
You're
rolled
right.
27.
Oh no.
19, 27, 6.
Okay. So as you drive up to this thing, it just kind of like opens its mouth, and all these just like flies and this like gaseous material seems to be like carried by this like cloud of like just these specks of dust, and this gaseous cloud just spreads out and washes over the vehicle. Gantash, you take 6 necrotic damage from its rotting presence ability.
I just want to.
And-
I want to
Yeah.
clarify something super quick.
Mhm.
Okay, I still have temp hit points. Was that from the meal, right?
Yes. Yep. So you'll lose it from that first.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay. Next, you realize very quickly what has been holding down the side of your vehicle. And that is this gigantic gorilla-looking thing that is now standing over top of Gantash and
yeah.
Buru, hulking on the top chassis of this vehicle.
Does it look like the big goons that were there and then disappeared?
It looks exactly like that.
Frank,
Yeah,
do I know what this is?
you do.
Okay.
And it will the first thing it's going to do is it will point towards Yoll with its fist, and you must make a Jesus Christ, this is a really long one. Oh my god. Yoll, you have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Big monkey. How's a 7?
7 is not gonna fly. So you basically directly in front of you, you see that standing next to the goat, directly in front of you, in front of where your vehicle is headed, you see Lulu floating in the air. And you, to the core of your soul, believe that that's Lulu. And your vehicle is headed straight for it. Yeah. You're also going to take 1 psychic damage.
Okay, go easy, Tiger. Damn.
Yeah. And that's all it's going to do. Next up is Buru.
Boy. Guess I have no choice but to smack this thing. So right now I have my shield equipped, just for context.
Yep.
I would like to call upon Gargoth to help me.
Okay. You can have an action while you do that too. You can like mentally think to it.
Okay. And do I get to know what happens?
You will know.
Okay. And the action I'm gonna do is to smack this thing.
Okay. Let her rip.
Nine.
24 to hit. That hits. 9 bludgeoning damage. Okay. So
And then, so are you allowing me to attack again? Because giving me 1 action is attacking twice.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. Is that it?
That hits. 13. Holy. Okay. That it. Okay, so you smash out at this thing twice, and you get 2 really solid hits. You just smash it right across the jaw, which is quite large, and you seem to have welted and made it start to bleed its demony blood through its jaws. Is there anything else for you?
Does Gargoth do anything?
All you hear back in your head, so tell me what you say to him.
Give me your strength as I look upon this demon.
You just hear, fine. But nothing happens yet.
Okay.
Silas.
I'm just gonna casually say to Yoll, we should probably think about leaving. I know this type of demon, and if there's 2, won't be a fun time. And I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that spell.
Whoa. On what?
The demon on the car.
Okay. Okay. So what is it? A charisma saving throw?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So Silas whirls around, pulls from his tattoos on his shoulder some sort of runic spell, and just the car clunks back into its normal position, and the demon is not on the vehicle anymore.
And then I'll just look back to Yoll and be like, now would be a good time. And I'll go back to sitting in my chair.
Okay. Next is Gantash.
I want to prepare an action.
Okay.
If another one of those big guys appears,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's gonna work this way. I want to prepare a command on it,
Okay.
but it says that it starts on its next turn. If I'm doing it in a manner where I'm preparing this to be immediately cast once I see it, would the action take place during its turn, or would I still have to wait for the following turn? I guess it's your discretion. It's honestly, I feel like it's.
I mean, it's going to work to. It's from what I'm envisioning, it's going to work to how you want it to work. Like it's going to happen quickly.
Okay, because it just says it must follow the command on its next turn.
Yeah. So like if it reveals itself, then you immediately cast command, and it'll do the thing.
Okay. I just want to clarify. That's my preparation. Turn end.
Yeah. Okay. Next is going to be Baazit, and he'll just be like, "Oh, that didn't work," and then he just kind of flickers his hands around. Some more flashes come out, and then just like some sparkling lights kind of affix themselves overhead, and you just drive past them, and they're just lights in the sky. Yoll, you are headed directly towards this goat creature who is standing directly like shoulder to shoulder beside this old friend of yours, Lulu.
I do still see Lulu despite the gorilla
Shit.
being banished.
That's a good point. I thought about this the last time with the Krell fight.
I mean, they get banished to another plane. That's definitely out of range.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're
possibly
right.
out of range.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. It does go away. Damn. Yeah, it goes away.
Huh.
But I'm not happy about it.
Kind of me neither. A little bit.
So you shake it off and you realize like it was a trick that was planted in your head.
Gross. So I don't know what was actually done. Like as a player, I don't know what was actually done to me, so I don't know what's appropriate to do based on what Silas was telling me as I was obsessing over the fact that Lulu was right there.
I mean, you can do with it what you will. You know that this was like a trick that was planted in your head.
And I was like, while that trick was in my head, I was still like aware of my surroundings and able to hear people speaking to me.
Oh yeah. You might have just been like kind of in shock that Lulu was there.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll come to a little bit, and I mean, I'll run over the goat boy again, but
Okay.
on the way to go away from here.
Okay. So you attempt to run it over, and you do. So you are going to roll 4d10 bludgeoning damage.
Any mod, or just the D10?
Just the d10.
Yeah.
So you run over this thing with 3 wheels on the left side of the vehicle. And as you kind of veer off of it to kind of look back at the damage that you've done, this thing looks just like you can see some of the gas kind of leaving its mouth again, and it just looks totally crippled. It's been impaled by the spikes on the tires, and it's just like bleeding out on the ground. It's still conscious, but it is totally ripped apart.
How much movement do I have remaining on the vehicle?
You have 75 feet.
Okay. I would like to turn the vehicle back around. I don't know how much movement you need for that.
Yeah, well, so I'm gonna say you're kind of sent forward here a bit. I'd say you could basically get within 10 feet of it going the other way.
Basically, I want to shout, someone grab it, and drive past it again, one more time.
Okay. Okay. So
Grab it.
as you come back, the goat creature gets up and yet again just kind of like lets out this, along with its own blood pouring out of its mouth, just this final gasp of breath, and this gaseous cloud sweeps over the car yet again. Everybody go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw again.
15.
Oof.
What did we get? A 10's in there. So Buru, you kind of don't catch on that you're supposed to hold your breath or something for this one.
I'm a big mouth breather.
And I can't do damage. You take 1 necrotic damage from this.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then also, as you guys carry on, though, behind the goat creature, just behind him and like underneath his feet, there is a bunch of vines and thick foliage just kind of wraps itself up and grips the ground immediately where you're headed towards, as the second demon pops its head up and casts Entangle in front of your vehicle.
Oh, God.
And the vines kind of creep up to basically be as tall as the demon grinder. And there are vines kind of dangling and looking like sweeping around in this 20-foot square directly in front of your vehicle, which I'll draw. That's it. Buru, you are next.
I guess I'm. Oh yeah, was I on the vehicle when I was fighting? Technically, yes.
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't.
don't think anybody got off the vehicle.
Yeah, no, you're still on there.
The guy you were hitting was on our vehicle too.
I guess I'm going to heed the call of Yoll, and I'm actually gonna attempt to grapple this thing.
Okay.
To be clear, the vehicle is still technically speaking moving.
Oh fuck! Okay, wait,
Yeah, you're not going to be.
Let me think about.
I mean,
this.
what you can do is if you want to reach out and try to like grab him, I'll let you do that.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do that. Fast and Furious style.
Now you'll make a dexterity check. It's gonna be at disadvantage because you're fucking cruising. And I'll have him make a throw. You might pull this one off. That's at disadvantage.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, you
Get over
He rolled 2 14s. Jeez.
You just reach out and you just palm his face and just yank him up onto the vehicle.
Unnecessary.
Okay, so I'll say that you've got him. Like you're hanging up, like you're on the jaw, like one of the teeth of the jaws, and you just reach out and palm his face and bring him up onto the thing.
That is all I can do, I think.
Yeah, you can bonus action if you want.
Yeah, but Huh. Is this creature using a weapon? Good question.
The goat or the monkey?
The goat,
Goat.
from what you can see, it does not look like it has any type of weaponry with it. Just some long fingernails and a tail with some spikes in it.
Okay. Another actually DM question. The Constitution saving throw you made us do, is this thing casting a spell?
No.
No? Okay. Alright, I guess I end my turn. I just
Okay.
keep him grappled.
Silas.
Yes, sir. Oh boy. Are we driving into the direction of this?
Yes. And given the kind of wide berth that this thing has to take for making turns, it's gonna go through it.
And how, like, this is 10 feet away from our vehicle, roughly, or like 20, 30?
It's 15 feet.
Okay, so he's charging at us.
Yeah, I mean, he stopped us to cast this spell. But yeah, his attention is definitely on you. What say you?
I'm going to use every single spell slot I have to get some fuel, because it's the end of times.
What?
And
He's making a
You're
bad
gonna
joke.
fireball.
I'm gonna fireball the brush away. Hopefully. That's my plan.
Okay.
Now you're thinking with fire.
Okay. Just
Hold on, I think I might have missed it. This guy appeared. He passed the command.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I didn't cast fireball yet?
Well, we missed the command. I'll let you do it now if you want.
Wait,
Okay.
the command? What command?
He prepared a command.
Right, Simo's.
So I need to roll something, right? What
Wisdom
is it?
save, wisdom save, wisdom save.
Wisdom save? It's 4.
In Abyssal, I say flee.
And you can see him just kind of like shoot his head around and turn. I will say, by the way, casting the spell is what revealed him, so the spell would still play. Does that make sense?
I don't mind casting fireball. I still want to get rid of this.
Yeah, like if he were about to start attacking, that would be different because he'd be in the motion of attacking. But I think like the spell reveals him.
That's okay.
So, okay, so you fireball. I'm gonna need you to roll damage.
Okay.
27. Okay, and you just blow this hole straight through the center of this brush, and it just all kind of dusts away and gets flattened into the earth, just from the sheer force of the fireball, as well as the just the fire. It just breezes it away. Entangle's no longer there.
Oh yeah. How do I? Whoa.
There are so many things.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get rid of. There we go. There we go.
I'm gonna get rid of mine too.
I was trying to get rid of. I was pressing the wrong button.
Okay. Anything else from
Alright.
you, Silas?
No.
Okay. Gantash?
Floor it.
Keep in mind the goat creature is still alive.
Yeah. Wait, are we on top of it or?
It's
No,
on the car,
Buru's on the jaws, holding it by the face.
Okay.
Unless you want to hold it by somewhere else.
I'll cast Hold the Dead on it.
Okie dokie.
It's wisdom save.
Wisdom save. 8. Oh my god, it landed! He landed it! Okay. Roll like whatever, 4d12 or whatever it is. 2. Okay. You can describe it.
Just starts reaching for its ears as they start to bleed out, and it just passes out.
Okay. And the body just kind of like the neck goes limp, and as Buru's holding it by the face, it just kind of drops down, and out of its mouth, just dead flies just pour out.
Oh.
And behind it, just this kind of slow stream of this like black and green ichor just starts dripping.
Get that.
From it.
Get
Oh.
that. Get that.
Vial, somebody. I'm snapping my fingers. Somebody. Actually, I have one, technically.
I have 2.
I have an empty one. I've only have one empty one. Give me your vials, quickly. And while holding him, I'm gonna put my shield on my back. Yeah. And start filling whatever vials was given to me.
As you're doing that, Buru, you just hear in your head, wow. Swift and impressive. This group of yours is getting stronger by the day. And then as you kind of like turn to head out, the second group that was kind of closing in on you guys is now within about 120 feet. And you just see this massive, thick wall of fire just spew out from the shield and just engulfs that group. And the last thing you hear in your head from Gargoth is just, as they just kind of squirm, and like you hear them screeching as you tear off. And then one of the giant gorilla creatures just instantly pops back into existence, and it's just like kind of like fleeing away from the fire.
Okay.
And you guys tear off.
Oh, I mean, I'm tearing off back towards the scavenger so that we can hop in that and take both these motherfuckers out of here.
Okay, fair enough. And so this wall of fire that's been created is kind of like acts as like a visual shield as well, and just skirts right alongside the scavenger. Doesn't seem like the demons have any interest in getting through it.
I'll also give Buru 2. I have 2 empty vials. I'll give him 2 vials to fill with ichor.
I'm gonna drink a potion of healing and pass him the empty vial.
So that's 6
I have
total?
a vial too. I have
That's
a vial
7.
too.
This thing doesn't quite have enough to fill all your
Okay.
your
Okay,
desired
I think that's
vials.
7 total. But
So
you can tell me how much I feel.
So you're gonna get 2 vials from this thing of useful demon ichor. There's this kind of like black tar sludge that kind of intersperses with it, but you're able to kind of like parse it out and just like wiggle your hand. In fact, actually, give me a medicine check. I'll give you a chance at a little bit more here.
Ooh,
I'm totally gonna fuck this up.
crit.
Is there like another area that
Crit.
Buru could search for?
I wanna put the vial in his butthole.
Little pellets fall out.
What the heck?
So I'll say you get another half a vial on that. So you got 2.5 vials out of this goat. What do you do with them?
I'm gonna put him away.
Or cork him and seal him.
Yeah, I'm gonna cork him and seal him.
I meant the goat.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna I'm gonna flail him around to anybody who, I'll be like, hey, like, it's like I have like this stuffed animal. Do you guys still, Silas? Anything you need with this? I'm just gonna keep shaking him.
No. Just for fuel.
Throw it off, or I'm gonna kick you off with it.
Gantash, do you want to study the demon at all? Or no? Okay, I'm gonna throw it away.
Good boy.
So I got 3 total.
2.5.
2.5.
He's rounding up.
2.5.
And we've just filled both vehicles full. So both vehicles are full.
Yay.
And we have an additional 2.5.
Okay.
Well, you know me, old man. I realized I have one in a knapsack. It was at the bottom. We have 3.5, which is great.
Oh my god.
Okay, remind me to ask someone else to look through Gantash's stuff next time we need something.
Only 2 less spell
Listen,
slots, but a demon vial.
There's a lot of things in this bag. You know?
Mm-hmm. And how many of them will look like a vial of demon blood?
Well, there was the vial of demon blood and then the potion of healing and this.
Okay, those
Two.
don't look alike in the slightest. One of them is green and demon blood.
And there's
The
a
other
vial
one.
of dragon's blood as well.
I can't imagine that looks similar. I would say that's more confusing with the potion of healing than anything else.
Yes, that's just quite the problem, Yoll. You're assuming.
You're right, that is a problem. You are a problem.
I think in this party I'm the smallest problem.
Speak for yourself.
And
Name
I've
one
got-
problem I've caused.
And
aside
I'm
from that
gonna
one.
And
Just-
and name one problem I've caused. And then
and I'm gonna flex and be like,
Do we
I'm
need
the
to talk
biggest
about
problem.
Harumon again?
and then compare that with the other two.
Okay, well, obviously, I mean, if we're saying who's on top and who's on the bottom in twos, yeah, we're on the bottom. But I could take Silas on my team and we'd still be on the bottom because I'm so low.
So you guys are just having this argument.
We're driving
Like,
away to the
Okay, because you're on a separate vehicle. Okay, all right. So I'll say like
We're,
you
we're
guys
in the
have,
same vehicle.
you guys have this argument.
No, we've pulled up to the scavenger.
You went back to
Oh,
the
okay.
I'll say you're having this argument as you're like as Silas and Buru are like kind of getting out to get their vehicles back. Which, by the way, is still carrying the Tormentor.
I'm still
Yes.
looking for sheet metal.
Yep.
For any patches.
God, what a weird engagement. That big gorilla.
We got what we wanted, and everyone feeling okay?
I'm feeling great that
Yes,
I'm at
sir.
the bottom of the bad list.
Wait, sorry. Buru, do you mind driving?
Yeah, that's fine. No big deal.
And is Buzzbox, are you staying in that vehicle or are you...
Bozbox?
I know his name. Baazit?
You call him Bosley.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Unless somebody wants to guide me elsewhere.
No, I think you're good there.
Okay.
Silas, you are despicably rude. Baazit, we will welcome you with open arms. He's on the top of the bad
Metaphorically,
list.
I'm not really much of a touchy guy.
That was a pretty thrilling fight. Did I kill anything?
Oh, but you
No,
did.
in fact, you kind of just threw some shit around and I was very confused. It made it harder, actually.
I'll get him next time.
What was that portal?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I had to guess, that was probably my dimension door.
Oh. And that does...
Well, it's kind of like a... It's like a fiendy thing.
Was something supposed to come out of it? Was something supposed to go in it?
Well, normally I get to choose that, but
But in this case, neither happened.
yeah. So I would assume that the one where we go into it would have been that one.
But like, okay, so is this a planar portal? Is my question. Really is all I'm trying to get at right now. Is that a planar portal?
Maybe.
Why don't you just use it to go home?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think I could do that again if I tried. I wasn't actually trying to do that. I was trying to listen closely and attack in its direction. And to be honest, I thought I did.
Well, you didn't.
But I know that.
Really at all. But you know what? You tried, and that's all we can really ask for.
Do we know that Buru can't leave this plane?
That's a deep...
Probably. I feel like I remember a fucking exposition dump to end all expedition dumps, which I think made everyone aware of every deal that was signed.
Yeah.
I mean, that I'm just saying that could have gone poorly if we accidentally drove into that.
But phasing monkey. Nah, I don't like that.
Maybe Baazit, shouldn't try and cast that spell again, even though you said, unless we ask you
like
to.
He can if he tried. He doesn't know what the spell was.
Yeah. Just be careful.
Okay.
You're one to fucking talk, Silas.
I don't close my eyes and cast my spells.
You fucking might as well.
Yeah, you pretty much do. I swear to God.
No, you just close your eyes and throw mystical barriers at dragons and say, fuck, the demon right in front of us won't worry.
Yeah.
Bastard.
So, are you guys getting in your separate vehicles now? Because now you're having a conversation next to a wall of fire that Gargoth created, which is next to your scavenger.
Sorry, I kind of assumed that this kind of carried on as a
while we're moving.
Well, you'd be in separate
as a
vehicles.
brain, yeah, but as like a brain conversation.
But you guys can't talk to through Baazit.
Oh, we can't talk to each other.
No, that's why it was such a weird conversation, because you were talking to him, he was talking to you, but you couldn't hear each other in his head.
So it's not like he's not like a walkie-talkie or nothing. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's on the way to our vehicles. Then we'll go. Because I did ask if he's staying in that vehicle. So
Yeah. And he is now.
okay. And then we get in the vehicles.
Yes, you've made it abundantly clear that he is not welcome in your.
Yeah, he's not welcome. Yeah, he smells like the pit fiend.
Okay.
I forget his name.
Okay. So you guys tear off. Who's driving?
I am on the other vehicle.
Okay.
I'm going to be attempting to take a short rest.
Okay.
I only took 1 damage and I had temporary hit points.
Yoll, are you driving?
Yep.
Okay. I need the Bash Bros to give me D10 rolls.
7.
Okay. Okay. So you guys carry on with your newly fueled up vehicles, and just teensy tiny bits of damage taken here and there, but relatively unscathed actually. So you guys carry on towards your objective.
And 3.5 new vials of demon ichor.
That's right. Or 2.5. Well, 3.5.
Well, the third is new to us.
Previously undiscovered. Okay, so you guys start heading your way forward towards this demon zapper on your map. And after about another probably 2 hours of driving, seeing all kinds of various open landscape, all kinds of different scenery, you see yet another one of those like shifting lakes that turns out to just be like this putrid looking devil, just like hundreds of them just waving in unison, carrying across the landscape. And you in the distance very clearly can see this very large tower shaped almost like beetle mandibles pointed straight towards the sky that seem to be gripping this glowing orb. Not too unlike the companion, though a bit smaller. The companion in its previous state. This thing sits about probably 2 kilometers in the distance.
Is that where we're headed?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think so. It's the first interesting thing we've seen in 10 hours of driving, so I should fucking hope that's it.
Okay. So you guys approach, and you guys tell me if you want to stay a certain distance back. Otherwise, I'll say that you guys just carry on.
No. we'll scope it out, you know.
So how far
Don't
back would you
drive
like to
into
stay?
danger. Can we see? You said we just saw the top of it.
Well, you can see the structure itself.
Okay, you can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, at least let's go. You know, a kilometer sounds good, right, Yoll?
He can't hear you.
Yeah, he can't.
Oh. Well, a kilometer out, I'm going to.
You could maybe assess that I'm probably staying roughly around a kilometer away.
Yeah. Let's stop at a kilometer. That's my plan. Far away. Get some more information.
So what you can see is as you get closer, it is a pretty intimidating looking structure. Clearly, this has been made out of that same infernal iron. The orb itself, it's only about 50 feet off the ground, being gripped by the tower itself, which extends about, with these kind of thin mandibles, about another 50 feet up into the sky. And you said you were a kilometer out? How far did you say?
About a
We
kilometer.
did say about a kilometer.
Okay.
On account of my eyeballs, can do some looking.
Okay. And after a little bit of time, you just see this massive arc of just like golden lightning just plants into the ground and just carves out in a straight line. You don't see exactly what it does. It's kind of arced away from where you're standing. But
Close to us?
no.
Okay.
It's probably landed within maybe 100 feet on the ground of the tower.
That looks like a zapper to me.
Yes.
But do I see any kind of distinct features of a unicorn?
You just see a glowing golden orb.
Yes, but no unicorn. At least not at first.
I mean, the orb is like suspended above some, like a tower situation. Yes?
Yeah, it's like being gripped. Though you can't see.
I'm
like, a physical-
imagining Eye of Sauron adjacent.
That's very, very close to, yeah.
The unicorn's probably inside, is what I would guess.
That's probably a safe guess with how they do things down here. They like to put things in balls.
Hey,
Is that a euphemism?
Is it?
hey, Buzzboy.
And from the other vehicle, but in your head, you hear, oh, yeah. All of you hear this, by the way.
We're at the zapper. How close should we be away from it for you to not die instantly?
Probably. Let's just play it safe, and if you can see it, I'll probably just get out here.
Well, I don't think we're going in necessarily, but just to make sure, we're about a kilometer away.
Okay. Then maybe a little closer, but not much.
Well, your life depends on it, so
Yeah, so maybe I'll just get out.
no.
Do you really think you're safer standing blind in the middle of nothingness than you are with us in a car near a tower?
Yep.
Baazit, do you think the car it would just zap the whole car?
Oh yeah, we're probably all dead if I'm in there.
Maybe you should wait here. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Okay. And he just slowly slugs his way out, just kind of feeling like crawling over the little inconsistencies in the build. Just steps down, just plants himself on his butt.
Do you know prestidigitation?
If I did, I'm not sure I could confidently cast it. I might do something else.
Like a portal to another realm or something, right? Okay. Well, we'll come find you. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'll stay here. And you just see him kind of like reach his hand out into just empty space, and he just like unsheathing this long sword from nothingness. He just kind of like plants it in the ground and just starts like spinning it on the ground. And it's this totally unusual looking like green blade with a blue hilt. Just twirling it on the ground.
You said you would get your vision back eventually.
Mm-hmm.
How soon do you think that is? And is there anything we could do to help it come along faster?
I don't think that there's much in the way of medical information about removing a gelatinous pit fiend from your eyes. So,
What about, we
Eye
can
wash
rinse it out with
station?
water. Yeah.
I mean, we can try it.
Might not hurt.
Okay.
I mean, I'll get out.
All right.
Do I have a water skin actually?
I don't know.
I do, but I also need to drink water. I don't believe you do.
I don't have a water skin.
Ah, piss. Okay, fine. Take mine.
I'll reach up and grab it.
Okay.
Be like, all right. Is his eyes open or are they closed?
I mean, he doesn't really blink.
Okay. Do I see like the goo in his eyes? Is that the problem? Like, can I inspect if I see anything wrong with his eyes? Like, are they crusty, snotty,
Eye boogers?
eye boogers?
No, his clothes are pretty yucky, but his eyes seem to be just, I mean, they're like alien. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell if they're the right color or really anything, but you don't see any foreign material in it.
I'm going to first just put my hand on his on his clothes and stuff and clean off the gunk with prestidigitation.
Okay.
Just kind of clean him off,
Sure.
Get all that gunk off.
You do it. It works. He's totally cleaned up.
And I'm gonna tell him to tilt his head, tilt your head back, Baazit. And I'll just pour a little bit of water in one eye, and I'll just say, blink if you can.
And as you're pouring, he's like, what is
just
that?
Water. It's just water.
Oh, God, that feels miserable. And he just kind of like is shaking. It's like he's not really blinking. He's just trying to like shake the water off of his eye, and he just looks around. Nothing.
Perfect. It's worth a try.
That's okay. I didn't need that.
Well, I only poured a little bit, so and I'll hand it back.
I'll say
What's
a quarter.
left?
I'll say a quarter of the water skin's out.
I'll find you some more water, Yoll.
Okay, great. Let me know where.
I also forgot to mention this, by the way, but Buru, you had actually packed up some of the food that was there.
Oh, I did. Yes.
That food is no longer there. In fact, neither would the cloth be that it was resting on, or any of the plates, or the goblets, or the wine. It just ceased to exist.
Oh, it's been that long. Ah, damn.
Well, you guys have been on the road for over 10 hours now.
I thought it was 24 that we had it.
Yeah, I thought it was 24.
You still have the buffs, but the food is gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know the HP only lasts for... Oh, yeah, maybe I'm confusing the buffs and the food.
Yeah. Okay.
So as I'm just standing out in the middle of nowhere I'm just going to so is our plan to go in there?
Well, we can. At
We
least
can.
not get zapped.
Do we trust this guy by himself out here?
I mean, what's he going to do?
I mean,
what's the worst he could do? Get him.
it's not what he's gonna do. Are you here? Are you fine here, Baazit? Can you protect yourself?
I prefer it here than instant death. So
Well, yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
Okay. I'll just hop back in the car. Good luck.
I'm gonna move you guys up a little.
We'll be back.
Okay.
I'm interested in getting at least a little bit of a closer look.
Agreed.
Okay, so you're a kilometer out as it stands.
Okay, well, now I'm 700 meters out.
Okay. So you guys drive up in your separate vehicles?
Oh, I think we all take one. Sorry, I think we should all take a vehicle. Take one vehicle.
Okay.
The one that can go faster than the other one. Just in case.
Sure. Switch over. When I was out.
We'll
Where
leave
are you
Groucho
going?
with the fucking...
Yeah. I'm
other
going.
one.
Okay.
Very curious.
Okay. So you guys all hop into the Demon Grinder. And again, I just need seats real quick. So Yoll is sitting up front. Where's Gantash?
Passenger.
Just like an empty passenger seat.
I'm passenger with my shield out.
Okay. And Silas?
I'll be in the jaw.
In the jaw. Okay. Okay. So you guys
Can I request someone get in the harpoon? Like, it feels very silly to just have 4 harpoons available and not even consider the possibility of needing to use one.
Oh, I took a shot at that demon and I missed, so. Rude must be you.
All right.
Awfully defeatist
If
attitude.
something comes to zap us, Gargoth's not gonna save us. And I'm gonna put my shield on my back and sit in the harpoon seat.
Gargoth a fiend? Oh.
Yes.
No, Gargoth is a devil.
Which is also a fiend.
Yes, sorry. Gargoth is a devil, which are the fiends that this zapper don't fuck with. Supposedly.
Oh, I think it's the other way. I think they're cool with Gargi.
Yeah,
They're
the
cool
zapper
with
doesn't fuck with devils.
Yeah.
Despite devils being fiends.
Okay.
It's more of a demon and co zapper.
Yeah, and co.
So what you guys see as you make your way closer is that there is actually a portion, like a branch off, of the river Styx that rolls behind, from your perspective, behind this structure. And that is really the only thing that changes in your perspective as you make yourselves, let's call it 500 like half a kilometer away. You guys keep going. Just tell me how close you want to get, and I'll bring you there. You want to get right up to it? You want to get feet?
Let's say for now within 100 meters. If we don't notice anything more interesting, maybe closer.
As you make your way up to about 100 meters out, you can clearly see that that golden orb does have some translucent properties to it. And you can actually see through this like pulsing glowing. It's really just light, and there's some sort of like magical container around this unicorn that you can see inside the middle of this structure.
Oh. So Gantash was right. The unicorn is straight up in the ball.
Can't remember a time I was ever wrong.
I can think of a number of times.
I didn't ask.
Well, you,
Didn't ask.
We've been on the road too long. Okay, so the way this structure is designed is effectively the two arms of the kind of mandibles connect at one point in the base. So it's almost like there's like a central pillar that branches out into these two mandibles that go around this orb, and there is this large structural base, all of it made from that iron, and the base just kind of plants itself into the ground of Avernus.
there's nothing guarding.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm really good.
From what you can see, it's all in the clear.
From what you can
Sounds
see.
reassuring.
I'm not gonna not say that line no matter what.
It's like the whole reason why anybody DMs is just so they can say, well, as far as you know.
So what do you do?
Well, it doesn't look like anyone's here. Maybe it doesn't need to be guarded because
Because it's a unicorn and a light bulb.
guards itself.
How do you break out of this thing, do you think? Is there a ladder nearby?
Nope.
A rhetorical question that I was asking my
Oh, sorry.
co-hosts.
My bad.
Actually, we do have a ladder, don't we, Silas?
Not
We do.
guaranteed.
We have a 10-foot pole. We could have a ladder.
I think this tower is
Good.
probably taller than 10 feet, is what I would
Actually,
guess. I don't want to make assumptions here, but I think this tower is taller than 10 feet.
The ball is 50 feet in the air.
Oh, actually, that's
Gantash.
way shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Gantash, I think you're right. I think I do have a ladder, and I'm gonna pull
How tall is your ladder?
out of my rope.
Okay, well, don't do that until we learn how tall the ladder is. If this ladder is like 20 feet tall, then we're like, okay, great, we can get up a third of the way up the fucking tower, dinguses.
Do you know
Well,
how many more charges you have?
I have two.
Okay.
I have them.
So
yeah.
you're gonna pull from a random pouch.
Yes.
Okay.
I really hope it's the last one.
roll a d100.
Do you? Oh, what is that?
Okay, so you reach into your pocket and you just feel this like kind of board of wood, and you're like, oh shit, this could be a ladder. And so you start pulling it out.
And we know it's not going to be one.
You start pulling it out, and the pocket just starts widening.
It's another
And-
fucking window, isn't it?
Grows out. It just grows out to like basically be the size of like the width of this pocket is like twice the width of the robe itself now. And you start yanking on this thing, and you get it like 2 feet out, and you can see that it's the front of effectively what looks like a canoe. But from your angle, you can't exactly get the
Nice.
whole thing out. So you have this like the front quarter of a boat, of a wooden boat, just peeking out of this pocket.
I need some help here.
Some help with what? You're gonna go on a quick swim in the river Styx? What are you doing with that?
Can I can I try and push it back in?
It will not go back in. It's just hanging out, and it's really weighing you forward too.
Oh, fuck. Fine, I'll help him out of his stupid fucking canoe pockets.
Okay, so you pull it out. You pull it out, and it is a fairly large, it is a
Holy
12 foot long, approximately 6-seater if you're like a normal human size, rowboat with with oars firmly attached to the sides.
Wow, you know how this could be even more useful? If it wasn't a fucking boat.
Could make it into a ladder.
And how long will that take, you think, Silas?
Wait, how long is the boat? Sorry,
12 feet.
12 feet.
and how much height do we need?
50.
50.
Okay, never mind.
Also, remind me again how close you guys want to be to this thing.
I think we're 100 yards out, right? Or 100
Sure.
meters, yeah.
Okay.
I could try again.
Just pull. I don't understand why you can't just pull out the ladder. I've seen you have a ladder in there before. Why do you not have? What happened? What'd you do with it?
I don't have a ladder.
I think the way that you demonstrated the robe to us like a million years ago was by pulling a ladder out.
I have a
the
10-foot
docks.
pole, which I think is what I pulled out.
Yo,
Now's not the time to be horny.
can you?
I have rope.
Yo, can you move
What?
us a bit closer?
Where's this boat going? Are we like...
We'll leave it in the fucking car. I don't know. I'm not concerned about your boat right now. I have half a mind to run the fucking thing over.
I'm gonna tie it to the roof.
I'm just gonna bring us.
Tie it
We're
to
going
the
on
roof.
vacation. Like we're going on vacation.
It doesn't have a roof rack. There's not even a roof. There's a roof rack.
You can lean it on the inside of the vehicle, but it will make getting into the one of the side harpoon flingers quite difficult, and it'll take up the 2 of the seats on the inside.
I'm not even gonna wait until Silas.
I'm gonna pick up the
Wherever
canoe
he
and
wants it.
throw it off.
Okay.
I'm throwing it to the side.
Okay.
I'll just bring us right up to the tower. Fuck it.
Okay.
Silas.
I do have an action the moment that he gets us within a certain range.
Okay.
So once he starts moving the vehicle, it probably doesn't take long to move 10 feet. I'd like to mind link with the unicorn.
How close do you have to be?
Oh god,
90.
this is gonna be hilarious. Frank, I want to hear
90?
your unicorn voice.
90,
He
yeah.
said 100 feet.
It's 50 feet in the air. The hypotenuse would
Yeah.
be
I knew you
If
were
it's
going to
50
do
feet
some
in the
fucking-
air, then if it's 20
I
feet on
knew.
the ground,
I knew you were going to do some dumb shit. I knew. some
right? A
fucking-
squared plus B squared equals C squared or whatever.
Yeah, so you'll have to get within
Is that not
approximately.
correct?
Yeah, you have to get approximately 20 feet in.
That's not
Close to
quite how the math works out, but you know.
Okay,
what I
so
know.
once I'm within range of
Yep.
the hypotenuse, I will mind link with the creature.
Okay. Okay. So I'll say that you guys start rolling up. You get to whoopsie daisies. You get to about here, and you start to see the ground start to shift in front of the structure. So let's call it along this line here. You just see not all at once, but just kind of like a line crawls across. And you just hear, not telepathically, but in your heads, you hear, you can stop right there.
Oh no.
I said, stop.
I will stop.
Good, good, good.
Am I within telepathic range of the unicorn?
Not yet. Not yet. You're probably about 50 feet away from getting there. What brings you to a place like this, mortals? Mortals.
You know, sightseeing. It's our first time in Avernus, so
Yeah, we got our canoe back, our boat, back there.
My, do I doubt that.
Why would we bring a boat to Avernus?
Yeah. Why would we? And I look at Silas.
Well, and you can see just like the shifting in the ground has just stopped. You just see like a little rumble coming from the center of that line, directly in between you and the unicorn.
I'll say. And what are you exactly?
I am the keeper of this place, and I see no reason to let you carry on any closer.
That's part of the answer that I was looking for. The other part is still, what are you?
I will make you a trade. You tell me truly why you're here, and I will show you what I am. And you can decide whether or not your reason for being here demands that you stay.
And how will you know what we say is true?
I suppose I'll know it when I hear it.
That doesn't sound very fair, does it?
Maybe not to me, but I will trust my own judgment. Thank you very much.
We heard rumor. The unicorn, we just wanted to see if it was true.
Well, here you see that it is. And at that, another arc just carves out behind the structure, and you can see it just carves this line, and you hear just this very quick screeching sound, and then it just dissipates.
I'm gonna get out of the vehicle.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a step forward.
Okay.
And I'll say, I believe now it's your turn. I'll take another step forward.
Uh-oh.
At this point, I will also get out of the vehicle.
I will too.
You've given me a partial answer, and so you will see a partial answer of my own. And you just see this head kind of shift up out of the dirt. At first, you see a golden clasp holding back dark braided hair.
I'm sorry I ruined the moment.
what did you do?
I wrote in D&D chat Doug Trio.
And then two more heads. Huh? A golden clasp holding back dark braided hair. And then following that, you see dark brown skin and yellow glowing eyes, with almost like tribal symmetrical markings coming out from the eyes directly back into the hair.
Mm.
And that's all you see.
Okay, so I took 2 steps forward, and I'm 70 feet currently.
70 feet plus the 50 feet up. Like, it's not plus exactly, because it is hypotenuse, but...
Pythagorean theorem, dog.
Here,
Yeah.
look, I'll Google it right now. Okay.
Thank you.
You want me
How
to be here?
solve a triangle?
I would say... No, you need to be a bit closer than that, even.
C
You need
squared
to-
minus B squared
No.
squared equals A squared.
It's like here.
No,
The
bro.
base is 70. Okay, and the height is 50.
Yeah.
Wait.
Bro, this is the fucking best rule check of all time.
So you do 70 times 70 plus 50 times 50 equals, and then you would square root of the answer that you get, and that's the hypotenuse.
Square root of 1750. Square root of...
Are you not on a fucking calculator, brother? What's going on? There's a square root button.
Oh, well, here, let me just pull out my account.
Hold on, Frank. Hold on, Frank. This, you see this right here? This is 50. If it's 50-50, it's a perfect length, right? It's 50 on all sides. 50, 50,
No,
50. Yes,
because-
it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, it
That's
would be. It would
bro.
be.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that means
41.
that I can be a little bit farther.
41.
That means that I can be a
Okay,
little bit
okay,
farther.
okay,
My range is
okay.
90. So
It's
All right.
41. It's 41.
yeah.
It says.
41. You have to be... Okay, then you... Yeah, you
Then I'm within
you're-
range. Then I'm within
Yeah,
range.
you're within range. You're
Okay.
within range.
Oh boy, here comes the unicorn voice.
Jesus. Okay.
No, that's not true, because that can't have a right angle.
It doesn't.
It-
I'm making the argument that I don't need to be as close as he thinks he is.
I don't know
But
what
it's
Lemon
not-
just did, but that ain't
It
it.
doesn't matter. He's giving me the mind link. It doesn't matter. Okay. So
I'll show you my math.
okay. It doesn't matter anymore. It's done. We're moving on. So I'll say to the creature, "Wow, fascinating," and at the same time, I'll try to mind link with the unicorn, and I'll say, I'll try in common first. I'll say, "Can you hear me?"
The mind link goes both ways, right?
Yep.
Okay. You just hear kind of like a weird humming back in your head.
Hmm.
And then in Celestial, you hear, yes.
Okay. Does the creature respond? Not the unicorn. The creature respond to my "wow, fascinating"?
Yes, in fact, it's responding to you walking forward as well. And it just says, that's about enough.
I'm just gonna stand there with my staff in my hand, just like, and
Now
I'll say,
the whole truth.
I'll turn back and I'll like just for a moment look at the rest of the party. mm,
Tell him the truth.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
I'll turn back. I'll say, looking for something to trade with Archon. He has
If I-
something we need. So we need to find something he needs.
And what does he need?
Potentially a unicorn.
There it is.
And I'm going to respond to the unicorn now in Celestial. And I'll say, see that you're trapped? How do we untrap you?
And again, you hear the humming noise. And then just like a scream hits your head. Just like, ah! And then just another arc of lightning just carves out across and scrapes across the river Styx. And you just hear, break the tower.
What will happen to you?
I'll fall, but I'll be out.
Okay.
And then from the ground, as this creature says the whole truth, you see the head of a emerald maul start to rise up, and it's being held by a creature who basically is in this large, flowing, very royal red looking vest with long, flowing white garment underneath. Much, much larger than a normal humanoid.
I'm going to prepare an action, by the way.
Okay.
If it, like, tries to attack me, I'm going to cast command.
And where the feet would be, so this kind of garment just flows into the ground. So it's basically part of the ground. And the hands are huge, blocky, that wrap themselves around the head of this, or the shaft of this maul. Everybody give me a perception check as well here.
11.
18, 23. Okay. You needed a 20 on this one, so Gantash, you can see, if you can see my mouse, approximately here, the rift of the dirt that was rumbling, you can see a couple of pebbles still just rolling in this spot here.
You needed a 20 to see that some pebbles were moving.
Did it say anything as it appeared out?
Well, it's coming out now, and it just says, now that this deal is complete, I know your truth, and you know what I am.
And I'll...
I'm
go ahead.
bound to this place, and I will see to it that no unicorn gets traded to this Archon fellow of yours.
I'll, with my staff, I'll point at the rumbling, and I'll say, are you sure that's all of you?
That's all that I'm going to show you for now.
I'm going to start walking up behind Gantash.
As he approaches, like I kind of hear him take a step forward. I turn back to him and I mind link with him, and I'll say, Unicorn speaks. We need to destroy the tower in order to save it. No keys, no rods, just destruction. And as he continues to walk, I'll like put my staff out to kind of stop him. As I say this, as I look back to him, I'll mind link, say that, and I'll stick my staff out to kind of like stop him a bit.
Good choice. So as I said, I'm bound, and I will see to it that nobody takes down this structure or this unicorn with it.
Who
Though
we
I am
bound?
sorry for you, truly. Best of luck finding another unicorn. Sorry, what did you say, Lemon?
Who are you bound by?
I'm bound by Zariel, of course. A task like this requires
Discipline.
only the toughest oversight. And yes, discipline, of course.
Do I recognize if this is like some sort of like fallen angel or something that was like converted into something monstrous?
Is anyone else particularly interested in what this thing is?
Yes.
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 Okay. You guys can make either a nature check or a history check. It's going to be a big one to get this one right. Big roll.
Fucking natty, bro. Nat one.
Nature
Are you
or
kidding me?
history?
Oh, I have inspiration. I'm totally using that.
You're gonna use inspiration on this?
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I used inspiration the other day for perception and failed it, so
Yeah, well,
Yes.
let's go figure.
How's
These are
a
not
4, big bitch?
big. 12 plus 10, hypotenuse? 12 plus 10?
That's not how that works.
also my math was wrong too. So, anyways.
Simo, you...
I know it was. I told you it was.
Gantash is like struggling at first to piece together what in the world he's looking at. Given that this thing seems to be part of the elements of the earth, you start kind of rolling through like it's not an earth elemental. It's a little bit more intelligent than that. It's very confident. It's holding a weapon, and it's very well spoken. And you roll through, and you just go, ah, it's an earth genie,
Ooh.
also known as a Tao.
A million wishes.
Now, given that that is less than a 25, you don't particularly know a lot about earth genies.
I just know what I'm looking at.
25? I was literally, it's impossible for me to have rolled a 25.
Yeah,
I would have needed
some
to roll a 15 to get 25. I was
Yeah.
3 off. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Do I know about genies at all?
You know that they can sometimes be quite vicious. You know that they can be quite clever. And you also know that depending on what element they are, they fall more or less into those categories. Some are even known to potentially be a little bit good.
What you're saying is like different elements might be more like stronger or smarter or
Yes, or
okay.
more cruel or more vindictive.
Okay. And I wouldn't necessarily know. I wouldn't know at all
can't.
if I would just know that genies come in different.
Yep.
Okay. And as I'm kind of looking at Yoll, did you respond in the mind link at all?
I don't think. I mean, in body language, but not in words.
Kind of just like quickly look past Yoll to Silas, and I'll connect with Silas, and I'll say, "The unicorn is alive. No keys, no rods, just requires the tower to be destroyed. What we see before us is an earth genie, which means it can be banished.
And you know the banishing spell, right?
Yes.
Good, because I'm running a little low on my abilities.
You see, the problem is it could fail.
Also, how do we destroy the tower if you succeed?
Well, I'd imagine we would cross that bridge when we get there. But I don't know if I should be taking that risk. You can always come back.
Yeah, maybe you should consult with the others as well, see how they're feeling. Like I said, I don't know if I'm up for a great big fight. Not hurt, but
Then I won't. We can always come back. It's just we know now what we're dealing with here.
sounds fair.
And I'll posture back forward towards the genie. And I'll say, that's fair. Thank you. For your patience. I think we might be leaving now.
Good. So strange to see mortals, I must say. Best of luck, truly, on you finding another unicorn.
And I'll respond with, I guess I could say the same for genies as well. And I'll just start to turn and head back to the car.
So clever. Goodbye, mortals. And she just sinks down into the ground. And the earth, where there was the rumbling rift, just smooths back over, totally untouched. All I would like for you guys to tell me is what you are doing next. Like, where is this vehicle going? And then we can end the session. So you guys can roleplay that out for the next 2 minutes, or you can whatever you want to do.
Anybody know how to take down a tower?
Oh.
Bring any explosives with us down here or something?
Not in my arsenal.
It's not in his, it's not in mine. But I might be able to banish this genie back to from whence it came. But I figured it's letting us go peacefully. We can at least strategize and come back. I have a feeling Olanthius will not be evil.
Well, let's hope so. So I'm pretty sure I have like a ram in this coat, but can't seem to find it.
Oh, you want to headbutt the tower to the ground. That's interesting.
No, not a coat. Not like a coat.
So are you guys driving away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys left the vehicle, so you're, I imagine, going
And
to and Baazit.
Balthazar.
And then just so I know, so I can put this out there for the recap next time. After, I'll say that when you go over there to grab him, where are you planning on going after that?
Just in the direction of whatever knowledge we have
yeah.
about Atlanteus, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. We'll call it there. Good session, guys. That's it.